Boruto Tubula Vortex Chapter 20 shows Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan ability, and I'm curious whether or not Daemon can reflect this ability, or if it's just an ability that he can actually, get hurt by. In the same way that, okay, it's easy for Daemon to reflect a punch, right? Because it's a pretty direct attack. Anything that intends to harm him, it could really have an impact against him. But Shikamaru was able to use his not shadow possession, what's it called? He was able to use his shadow jutsu against Ada, but Ada's a lot different than Daemon, and I don't think he's actually physically able to reflect back the shadow possession jutsu. So it's kind of a weird place to be in. It's like, could he or could he not? I guess more physical attacks are his angle. So if Sarada were to attack him with the fireball jutsu, right, fire style fireball jutsu, that would reflect back at Sarada, right? But a portal opening and kind of essentially grabbing or taking or absorbing or pulling Daemon through to another dimension or whatever her Mangekyo Sharingan ability can do, there's no way for him to combat that. There's no way for him to reflect it. So I don't know, how do you can't reflect getting sucked by the vortex or by her space-time ninjutsu Mangekyo Sharingan, kind of black hole thing, as opposed to a punch to the face. So I'm guessing that this ability is probably going to scare Ada and Daemon just a little bit, mostly because I think Ada's rather more than not is a bit weary, or she's keeping an eye on Sumire and Sarada because, they're not affected by her omnipotence and they're very strong and powerful foes that could actually potentially kill her. And if they come up with abilities that Daemon can't reflect against, then basically Daemon will be useless. Ada will be used to will be an open target essentially. So if Daemon can't reflect her ability, then they have to figure out other ways to deal with it, or another way to fight against it, or little things that they can oh, we have to take care of Sarada, we have to beat Sarada, we have to do this, we have to do that, right? But right now they're still kind of in the dark about it. But until we cross that line where it's oh no, we know that she's invulnerable to Ada's. We know that she's invulnerable to Ada's omnipotence. Her charm ability doesn't work on them. We know that, and we're going to deal with it right now. We're going to take care of it, So how long will it take for them to basically become enemies? And will this new ability be a powerful tool to use against them? You know what I'm saying? So until then, until we cross that bridge, until we get to that point, right now I'm just a lot more curious if Daemon sees that or learns about it or figures out about it and is kind of that's a nice trick, but I'm not worried about it. Or he does see it and he's I have to figure out a way to fight that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about can Daemon face it and deal with it in a reasonable way. And as of right now, I don't know any way that Daemon can fight that ability by reflecting it. You know what I mean? But he's not just going to be standing still and getting, taken in by it. He's going to be fighting, he's going to be punching, he's going to be trying to kill Sarada essentially if he tries to go after Ada. So we'll have to figure that out when we get there. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. Yeah.